Hey YouTube, this is Michelle or Shrinking Shell VSG, and I'm here tonight with my 5-week update. 5 weeks ago, Wednesday, I had the vertical sleeve gastrectomy in Oxford, Mississippi with Dr. Michael King. Let's just get straight to the digits. I started my pre-op diet on July 15th, and I weighed 418 pounds. After about 16 or 17 days of liquids, I weighed at 388, and that was the day of surgery. And then Wednesday, I weighed in at 362 pounds, which gives me a total loss, including my pre-op diet, of 56 pounds, which I think is pretty awesome. I'm proud of that. I went yesterday to see my surgeon, and he was extraordinarily pleased with my progress. And after 53 long days of liquids, I am finally advanced onto soft foods, which means I can have poultry, fish, cottage cheese, some dried beans, dried peas, peanut butter. Um, there's bread that I'm allowed to have right now, pasta, potatoes, which honestly I plan on staying very far away from those. I'm not going to tempt myself with something like that because this is a temporary thing that I can have those items. He just wants me to get used to the different consistencies, but I have a weakness to potatoes and pasta, so I'm just not going to go there. I can also have some fruits and vegetables and salads, which I'm kind of hesitant also on the salads because I've heard a lot of people have had some issues with the raw vegetables. And I just, right now, I've done too well. I've not been sick, not even a moment. So I decided I'm just not going to try that right now. Maybe later I'll try a salad. My mindset right now is if it's not protein, I don't have room for it. I've got to get 70 to 90 grams of protein in a day, and that is my number one priority, and to get that protein in. So other than that, I follow my doctor's diets to the letter. He's got a wonderful success rate, so I think I'll just do what he says. But that's the only thing, and I don't think he's going to mind too much if I lay off carbs on the diet. One thing I have noticed is my energy levels. Most of the time it's through the roof, but the last couple of days I have been so exhausted. And it could be because, again, I'm in Mississippi and our humidity is like, 300%. And I know that takes a lot out of you. And plus, I just had major surgery 5 weeks ago. So I'm assuming all this is normal. And he kind of said, the things he said made me believe that it's okay. But he does want me on vitamins, and he recommended the Celebrate bariatric vitamins. So I ordered some tonight, so hopefully they're going to be here pretty soon, and I can get that started. And then my husband and I are going to start working out in the gym, and I think that'll also really help get my energy levels up, but also make me feel better about myself. It's just something about working out gives you that runner's high type thing. So I'm looking forward to that. I did have an NSV last night. My husband and I were watching TV, and I looked down at my hand, and I saw veins in my hand. And I sat there and just kind of stared at it for a minute, and he was like, "Is everything okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, I have veins in my hand." He kind of looked at me funny, and I was like, "No, you don't understand. I've not seen them. I mean, in so long." And it's the little things like that really keep you going in this whole thing, because to some people they're little things, but I could have cried over the veins, sticking up in my hand. And when I was a little kid, I always thought that made you a grown up if you had veins in your hands. So I guess officially now I'm a grown up. It's not what it's cracked up to be. But anyway, that's pretty much been my week. It's been pretty quiet. So I've had some problems with exhaustion. I'm working on that. I'm afraid I'm not getting enough water in. So that's one thing I'm really going to be working on is getting my water count up. And I know this is supposed to be like no scale September. And I was going to go with that because it's only been recently I've decided I need to weigh every day because it's just like a drug. I just need to see it. But I am going to go to maybe twice a week since I am introducing new foods. I think I would feel more comfortable with twice a week. So it's kind of close to no scale September. But I do want to keep a monitor on that when I do add new foods to see if there's a problem with that. And I'm sorry if you hear the noise in the background. I've got a husky and he's in there deciding he needs to talk to mama. So he's trying to get my attention by howling at me, and I'm sorry about that. There is one thing I wanted to mention. I think it was last video, I did a few shout outs to some family and some friends, and there was one person that I somehow forgot to mention, and I don't know how I could have forgotten this person. It was my mother. My mother has been there for me through it all, thick and thin, quite literally. And she's my rock. She's my champion. And Mom, I'm so sorry I forgot to mention you. I wouldn't be where I am without you. You've just always been there, and you've been my biggest cheerleader, and I love you so much, and I'm so sorry. You're my role model. You're one of my heroes, and I love you, Mom, and I'm so sorry I forgot to mention you. It's just me being scatterbrained me. Well, I guess that's really about all I have this week. Like I said, I'm exhausted, so I think I'm going to go chillax in the recliner for a little while and watch a movie or something. So you all have a wonderful week, and God bless, and I'll see you next week.